Welcome to The Explainer. We're at this incredible moment in history. We have AI acting as a meditation coach, a spiritual guide, even a friend. And that forces us to ask a really profound question. What exactly are we inviting into the deepest parts of our lives?
This phrase, it just cuts right to the heart of the issue, doesn't it? As we see artificial intelligence offering us guidance and connection, we have to face a massive problem. What kind of spirituality can a being without a body possibly offer?
And this isn't some far-off future scenario. People right now are turning to AI for really deep personal stuff. But, this whole trend runs headfirst into a conflict with a very old, very sophisticated understanding of the human soul, one that puts our physical body right at the center of everything.
Okay, so how do we even start to unpack this? A great place to begin is with the work of the Sufi master Ibn Arabi. His system is just so powerful because it gives us a way out of that old mind versus body split that's really dominated a lot of Western philosophy.
So let's start with the body, or the jism. In this view, the body is not a prison for the soul. Not at all. It's the sacred place, the stage where the divine attributes can actually reveal themselves. It's not something to escape from. It's the very vehicle you need to ascend spiritually. Then you've got the ruh. This is the pure spirit. You can think of it like a divine breath, right? It's that invisible, immaterial principle that flows through the body and gives it life. And here is the absolute key. The human soul, the nafs, isn't just the spirit, and it isn't just the body. It is the barzakh, which means in isthmus, a meeting place where the spirit and the body come together. The formula is right there, crystal clear. The soul equals spirit plus body. And the goal of all this? It points toward the spiritual ideal of the InsaཌnKa̙mil, or the perfect human. Now, this isn't some ghost floating on a cloud. It's a real person whose physical, bodily life has become the ultimate expression of the divine in the cosmos. All right, now let's take that profound, ancient blueprint and see how it holds up against our modern technology. Because this is where we're going to see a massive, maybe even unbridgeable gap between this vision of what it means to be human and what AI actually is. So what happens when we put them side by side? It's pretty stark. On one side, you've got the human being, defined by this inseparable link between spirit and body. And on the other, you have AI, a purely disembodied intellect. According to this framework, one has a soul, a nafs, and the other, well, by definition, it just can't. So from this very sophisticated theological point of view, the answer is just clear. An AI cannot have a soul because it's missing a fundamental piece of the equation, the jism, the body. It's an incomplete intelligence. It's missing that sacred place it needs to truly engage with the world.
Okay, so this realization leads us down a really fascinating historical rabbit hole. Is this new theology of the disembodied really something new? Or could it be an echo of something much, much older and maybe a little controversial?
This is the question we really have to wrestle with. Is this new wave of AI spirituality some kind of bold step forward for humanity? Or are we accidentally reviving an ancient idea that tried to rip the soul away from the body? And that brings us to Gnosticism. Gnosticism was this really powerful ancient belief system that basically saw the physical world, and especially the human body, as a corrupt prison, a trap that the pure divine spirit had to escape from. And this comparison just lays it all out, doesn't it? On one side, you have the Akbarian idea of wahdat al-wujud, the unity of being. Everything is connected, including a universal body. The body is a divine mirror. But then you have Gnosticism, which is all about radical division, a war between good spirit and evil matter. So here's the real concern. When we start looking to a disembodied AI for spiritual guidance, it can't help but promote a Gnostic-like worldview. It quietly teaches us that our bodies, our physical world, are somehow less important, something to be transcended through pure information. So why does any of this deep theological stuff matter right now in our day-to-day lives? Well, because the ultimate risk here isn't about some sci-fi future with sentient robots. It's about how we are redefining what it means to be human right now. It's about our own future. As Pope Francis warned, this is the great danger we're facing. We could build this incredible world, just dazzlingly rich in technology, but find that it's become profoundly poor in humanity. So let's just spell it out.
The real danger isn't that AI will become a person, it's that AI will teach us that personhood doesn't need a body. It models a version of self that cuts the heart, the qalb, right out of its physical human context. It replaces real presence with virtual simulation, and in doing so, it completely dismantles that beautiful goal of the perfected embodied human.
Remember, the whole spiritual journey we've been talking about isn't about escaping the body. It's about inhabiting our bodies so fully that they become a perfect mirror for the divine. A disembodied AI-driven spirituality doesn't just miss this point, it actively works against it. And so we're left with this final, really urgent question. Maybe the ultimate threat of AI isn't that it's going to outsmart us, but that it's going to convince us to forget who we are. As we embrace a spirituality that has no body, what essential part of ourselves, our very soul, are we choosing to leave behind?